in life, you might end up tempted. You have to be careful when you see something is wrong, a warning, a sign, turn around and run away from it. If you want to live, and the fish who are turning, they wanted to live. They sensed the danger when the water mingled the natural with the salt. That's death.
And welcome back to the Faith of Our Fathers podcast. I'm Theodore. That's Father Constantine. And I think Father's got something special for us tonight. He's going to tell us a story about when he was a kid at the Jordan River. And from there, I'm just going to let you take it away. I don't want to steal any of your thunder. So let's roll,
Thank
Father.
you, Theodore. As my father was the head pastor of our church, St. George in Taibi, in biblical Ephraim, on the West Bank, and our village sits on 3 hills, and they're called the Judean Hills, overlooking the Dead Sea, about 15 minutes drive downhill. And so a couple times a year, my father will raise funding in order to take the kids on a field trip like our children used to go and your daughter goes to field trips, so they can be exposed and learn something in life. And these used to be very special moments just to get on the bus and go down the hill. And so our tour was to go to Jericho and visit the Mount of Temptation, visit Zacchaeus tree,
Right.
visit Hisham Palace.
You're not going to the zoo or anything like
We
we
have
do over
lots of
here, right? You're
animals.
going
We
on
have
a
lots
field
of
trip in the
animals
Holy
around
Land.
us, you know. So
Right.
we go to Zacchaeus tree and to the River Jordan and to the Dead Sea. So we made some visitations. It was about maybe 20 students, boys and girls. And we went to the River Jordan, and my father blessed the water, and he blessed us, sprinkled us with the
Right.
holy water, singing, when thou, O Lord, was baptized in the River Jordan. And after being sprinkled and putting our feet in the water and hear about the story of our Lord's baptism, we are to go into the Dead Sea. And on the way, my father said to us, I want all of you to observe because we want to go where the water, the River Jordan, come from Upper Galilee, from the Sea of Galilee, streams all the way through the Jordan Valley, and then enter into streams, falls into many streams, into the Dead Sea. But my father wanted to teach us a lesson about the breath of life, the importance of breathing and the importance of living. And he said, observe what you will see. What you're going to see? Water going to the Dead Sea. And others said, yeah, we'll see maybe fish or something like that. He said, well, whatever you see, we're going to, after an hour and half an hour, we will go back into an area where we'll sit down and then we'll talk about.
Right. It's not all fun and games. You got to do some work, right? You got to do something. It's not just
we
playtime. We're
got
going
to
to learn
learn
something, right?
And so we stood along, everybody scattered, and I saw fish going along the stream, the path of the stream. Yeah, toward the Dead Sea.
Towards the Dead Sea.
As we walked closer, uh, we began
Mm-hmm.
to see dead fish. We began to see fish turning immediately, running 108 degrees, running opposite the stream of the water, you
Upstream, yeah.
see. And others began to say, look,
Against the current.
fish is dead and fish is running down, fish is dying. Everybody has his own ideas what they have seen. And so
Mm-hmm.
after a while, he told us, take our shoes off, and now we want to put our feet in the water. We didn't swim yet, but put our feet in the water.
Right.
And then we went to an area. We sat down in a circle like, and he began to ask, what have we seen? So some of us answered, well, somebody said, well, we saw fish. We saw dead fish. In area, there's so much dead fish. Smells. Others are seeing them. Fish is swimming the opposite direction. Okay, the wrong way. So my father said, "Okay, I want you to keep this image in your mind, because in life
Mm-hmm.
you are swimming in the ocean of this world, in the streams of this world, and you don't know who you will encounter, what you will encounter, good, bad, indifference." And he was warning us that we fall into temptation. We have to be very careful not to fall into temptation. And the point is that the fish was going in the normal way of life, living in the natural water. The fish did
Right.
not know that water is going down there to be mingled with the salt water. That's why it's called the Dead Sea. Nothing lives in the Dead Sea. In the oceans, yes, there are all kind of fish lives, but the Dead Sea is called dead because nothing lives in the water. That is the place of Sodom and Gomorrah, the cursed cities.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, in life, you might be end up tempted. You have to be careful when you see something is wrong, a warning, a sign, turn around and run away from it. If you want to live, and the fish who are turning,
Yeah.
they wanted to live. They sense the danger when the water mingled the natural with the salt. That's death. And so it was a very, very good lesson,
Yeah, it's like the easy way. The easy way. Go with the flow of life leads to death.
well,
You have to
I
go
mean,
against the current, right?
that's
You have
why,
to
for
that's
example,
kind of the Christian that's kind of the Christian
you know,
walk,
when you
really.
take a driver license and you begin to learn how to drive, the instructor will tell you, watch for the signs, read the signs. And
Mm-hmm.
we as adult, we see the signs, but also sometime we think we are better than the signs. We can pass the red light.
Right.
We can pass the stop sign. We can go instead of 25 miles per hour, 45 in a curve and flip over.
Mm-hmm.
The government instituted for us signs with specific warnings not to fall into danger. So if we follow the
Mm-hmm.
guidelines, the signs, we are okay. Unless from far away you see a siren or you see somebody is flashing light, there's a policeman on the other side, or
Mm-hmm.
you could see these cameras, okay? But why do we have to, why do we not follow instruction that has been prepared for us in life as we drive our cars? So all of us need signs, need directions, and the best direction and the best sign of signs is what we have is the Bible. It is there. Everything that we need to know is there, and we didn't have to go further than the 10 Commandments and the 2 commandments that the Lord had presented.
Right.
So it was a lesson that I have never forgotten. That I could, and every time I go to visit the Holy Land, we go back into the Jordan River and relive the moments that we lived. I'm talking about good 70 some years back, 75 years back. I was a little boy.
Right.
And explain on the bus this important example that my father tried to teach us. So that's one
Beautiful.
element of the breath of life, the precious of life. And no one want to endanger his or her life. They wanted to live. But sometime under the influence of other people, influence of other elements, we fall into the temptation. And
follow the crowd in the easy way.
Look what we encounter on a daily basis here around us, our own circles. And so that was, I thought, it's a good reflection.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah.
So anyhow,
that's good, Father.
So even when you eat fish, think of that.
Yeah, I never. Next time I eat at Long John Silver's, I'm going to think of that story
and share that story. You see,
I will. That's good. That's good.
On the
Thanks
last
for sharing
trip,
that, Father.
we went to Bisan, north of Israel, and where our Lord said to the apostles and to Peter, upon this rock thou shalt build my church, and the gates of hell will not overcome it. It is in that kind of vision and scene that when we were going up there north to Bisan, there were signs along the road, warning signs, no trespassing, warning because there were bombs, from the wars through the years.
Right.
And so if you really go,
yeah,
walking on your own, you might blow yourself up.
Take a metal detector. Father, that's beautiful. We're up against our time right now. Thank you. That was a great. I hope to hear more like that. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us spread the word about the show. So, for Father Constantine, I'm Theodore, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Faith of Our Fathers podcast.